More than a more than a dot.
Welcome to More Than a Dad podcast. I'm your host, Dre Moore. I got my guy, Lou Mobe, here with me.
What's good, baby?
And we back. Shout out to Bronx, New York. We see y'all in the downloads. We
Yes, sir.
appreciate the support. I ain't been in New York in a minute.
Haven't been in New York since like November.
Yeah, he'll be out here. Yeah, I ain't been in New York in a minute. But, yeah, let's jump into it, bro. Fast Five. This not like a who would win between the two guys. This is like who more your preference battle rapper. I got Tay Rock and I got Sue Surf.
First of all, I love both of these guys, and I'm just so much of a more of a fan of Surf, so it's hard to say anything but Surf. But I like them as a tandem. I like Tay Rock battles.
Right, yeah.
But I'm gonna say Surf. I'm extremely Surf biased, bro. Like
Surf.
anything Surf or Arsenal is like extremely biased for me because I've been watching them destroy rappers for years.
Facts. Hitman Holla or Goods.
Hitman Holla.
Hitman. I like Goods though.
Goods give me like if Ish was a rapper, bro.
He too cool. He
Yeah,
funny.
it's very old head
Yeah.
fundamentals, and I guess like that character and that because I look at battle rap like WWE,
Right.
right? That's crazy that's even comparable.
Yeah.
But like you need that character.
yeah.
Like you got to think about like Farouk existed in WWF. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the Goods would be like a Farouk, but you know what I mean?
Right. That Henny Goods.
Yeah, like the old head, like the old head guy. You know what I mean?
We gonna bring it to Philly.
All right.
Cassidy or Reed Dollars.
Cass ain't making us look good as of late, but I was a huge Cassidy fan growing up.
I got issue with that.
Yeah, I mean, but we talking about battle rap. In a battle rap arena, they are much closer than people probably would think. Because we're not just talking about freestyles or being like mainstream successful. So if you're just
Right.
talking about battle rap, they're a lot like they're aggressive, like how Reed rap. Like I've always loved
Right.
that. So such a nasty joint. Oh man.
And that's really been my thing with it, bro. Like, I know Cassidy could rap, and I know his punchlines are elite, but like, for a long time, we never seen Cass. We just heard it. Like, we seen Cass in the freeway, and that was it for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, yo, he got punchlines, he could rap, he be battling, but like when
mixtapes with freestyles.
right when
over-
Cass be talking about like, yo, I'm 5,001 and 0. Like, I ain't seen 5,000 battles, but if you go back to Too Raw for the Streets and Reed was there. We seen Reed giving boys the business.
and like I like Reed in like modern day battle rap.
Right.
I don't like Cass in modern day battle rap.
Maybe getting torched, but Murder Mook or Loaded Lux. That's tough.
Do you want the preachy, wordy, super wordy raps from Loaded, or do you want the comical, eye level bars from Mook? I feel like Loaded Lux has like real like classic battles that are like themes and like
Like the Calico battle.
yeah, that stuff
They
was
gonna
crazy.
get this work.
Yeah, like with the whole funeral scene
Right.
theme and all that, it was hard.
They was going crazy. I ain't going.
I would just have to say I'm gonna go Loaded just because I think it's a savvy there. Not even a savvy, but more of a I don't know, man. It's a different savvy. Like I said, I think Murder Mook gonna make you laugh. He gonna like he not gonna say a whole bunch of words and stuff you don't know. It's gonna be very
Eye level.
eye level. It's like a mainstream version of a battle rap versus like like loaded is like deep and like it's a lot of words in there. His sentences like they don't all have the same amount of words in a sentence. It's, like you said, every other patterns and
Right. Yeah. Facts.
it's a lot of. And if you can acknowledge that is a skill or an art, then you know that he's operating at a different frequency.
Facts. Facts. Hollow the Don or Sirius Jones?
This is very lower on my thing.
Hollow
Hollow the Don.
the Don.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
How's dad life, boss?
Listen, man, dad life is dad life, and the weapons formed against me are prospering. They told me they wouldn't prosper, but nah, my kids great, bro. They great. They great. I ain't really been making no noise lately. Ain't too much going on with them. I have some stories for this soon. I know something gonna happen, but they ain't really been doing too much lately outside of like their regular norm.
No, Manny was in school the other day, and it's getting hot, and like this is what I be talking about, man. We just raised different. Like I'm raised different than how I'm raising my kids.
Right.
I'm raised in a super urban South Philly neighborhood, and my kid is raised in the burbs, right? And the other day, my son, they playing outside. It's hot outside. It's like 80, and like all the white kids is putting like sunblock on to go outside and play.
Right.
And then Manny was like, they said Manny had a whole fit and breakdown because his mom didn't pack in
No
no
sun.
sunblock. Hey, mind you, she a sunblock supporter, and I'm not, right? But and that's just ignorant stuff on me, I guess.
Yo, what is a sunblock supporter?
Meaning she subscribes to the notion that everybody needs to wear sunblock for different reasons.
Oh, all right.
That's what I mean.
You gonna catch cancer from the sun?
I don't know, bro. Don't get me started. This almost just sent me into a
All
whole
right, yeah,
argument.
chill, bro. Come on, bro.
But just to know there's differences in our parenting on sunblock. So I was very upset that Manny had this crying, hissy fit. I'm going to die from sunburnt. That's how he pronounced it. And he was saying that to the director and the assistant director and crying to his teachers because he don't have no sunblock.
Right.
So he had a whole fit and went and go outside. And like I said, my kids are just raised different than me. So I just was thinking I wanted to put it out there to the parents in our age bracket or before us. When you played outside on the street or went to the playground, was you wearing sunblock? Like I said to you, like you said to me today, you only wore sunblock when we went to the beach. And we were out there for 6 hours on the beach, no shade.
Right, yeah.
Now, like, when you playing, like, you light-skinned, bro. Like, was you wearing sunblock growing up?
Not to go outside, no.
So imagine just for an hour before pickup, they go outside and kill time on their little playground, and my son having a hissy fit.
They don't got no sunblock.
Because he ain't got no sunblock, and all his white counterparts got sunblock.
They protected. He feel like they trying to let him die, bro. Discrimination.
My son up there said, I'm going to die from sunburnt.
He gonna die. And the other kids protected. I don't got the protection. Why we couldn't borrow no sunblock, though?
Now you're getting into ingredients, and V, one of them ingredient people, like, yo, this joint got cancer-causing agents in it. Don't put it on my kid.
Yo, so I can't.
Listen, man, we scared of everything in my house. I told you what it is.
All right, man.
Chill, bro.
Chill, yeah. Chill, bro.
I'm wrapped out.
Yo, the sun gonna kill him, or the sunblock gonna kill him.
Bro, just know that it's different, bro. And I just don't live my life that way. And that's just what I'm really getting to. I don't live my life that way. And I was kind of like taken back that I'm raising little people that think like that.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, I was just like, I don't ever remember going to the playground and my mom like, yo, let me douse you in this.
Right. And I hit you with the off. They used to get hit with the off. Only at the cookout, though.
Only at the cookout.
Yeah, we ain't never really just get hit with no sunblock and like no off just to go like outside on a regular like Tuesday. Like if we was going to the park and like we was just having a cookout in the park or something, like your parents gonna hit you with the off. You know what I'm saying?
We sitting out here in this grass, there's mosquitoes out
right,
here.
we gonna hit you with the off. Like, you go to the beach, they gonna hit you with the sunblock. That's it. On a regular, like I'm just about to go outside, like negative. Like you got to think about how much we were just outside at school. Like we just go outside in the yard. Like we ain't had no sunblock. It's like we just out here.
But that might be ignorant of us. It might be a lot of people out
Chill,
here.
bro, chill. Come on, bro.
It might just be ignorant of us. You know what I mean?
Chill, bro.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Anyway,
Safe.
all right. So I wanted to get into this, get your thoughts on something.
All right.
I seen this the other day. You know, I really be hating our people sometimes, bro.
Come on, bro.
Huh?
What's up?
Yo, you keep so don't be silencing me, man. This is a safe space, right?
Yeah, bro. What's up, bro?
So it was a video on Instagram.
This is when you say you hate our people. It sounds like some end stuff is about to happen. Come on, bro.
Are we not allowed to talk about?
End
I'm
stuff?
black. I can talk about black people.
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Come on, bro.
Go ahead.
I don't know
bro.
what's going on here, guys. I'm being policed
Nah.
by my co-host.
I'm messing with you. Come on.
Listen, bro, here we go.
Because I feel like you trying to throw me the oop to like line me, and I'm.
But then you can ask me the question.
Nah, bro. Come on. Let's go.
Keep our format.
Yeah, yo. Let's do what we've been doing, cuz.
Stick to our formula. I don't even know what we talking about anymore.
Blake Griffin.
Yo, all right, the banter has to stop.
All right, let's go.
I was on IG.
Mm-hmm.
I seen this video. It was an infant born,
Mm-hmm.
and the father thought it was cool or funny or Instagrammable to count off $100 bills and put it all over the freshly newborn baby.
Just making it rain on the baby.
Yeah. And to me, I was just like, there's no way that he thought that was what he should be doing. Like, there's no way that he actually executed the whole bankroll
Listen, man. One
on
thing.
the kid.
One thing about N words. They going N word.
You know what I mean?
Can't help it, yo. He thought it was thorough. He said make it rain on his baby. All types of germs and stuff.
Bro, and when I seen it, I tried to scroll past it. I like, there's no way that that's what that is. And I scrolled back. You know me now. I gotta read the comments. They grinding him up like
Yeah, bro. Weird. It was a boy or a girl?
in the crib. I have no idea. It was just a.
You didn't even know the sex.
I don't even know the sex. It was like he was, you know, the plastic tub things that the infant be in with the blanket swaddled around him. It was that.
Oh, like
baby
the
was
hospital joint.
He's still in the hospital. He making it rain on the baby in the hospital.
Oh yeah, bro. You bugging. I don't know what tip he was on, cuz.
You know how long it take your kid to come up with an immune system? Like for it to start
Right.
working and being like effective?
Just gonna make it rain once.
Talking about that, I just noticed my kid's nose stopped running now. What is it? June?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What was he like?
What was he thinking?
Yes.
I don't know, man. But if you
Like,
was
was he
the,
trying to bless the baby with money?
the sad thing is, like, I don't know who he was, but was the baby born into that type of wealth to be showing that off? And like, why? Like, yo, just put our phones down. Hold the baby. You could have
Yeah.
changed the baby. You could have done anything with the baby to honor the baby instead of put the dirty money on it from the ATM.
Just the world we live in, man. It's the world we live in, bro.
Has that ever crossed your mind to do something like that on your infant
No,
kids?
bro. I don't even want to give my kids money. Never thought to like throw money on my kids, bro.
Especially a baby that's probably a day or so old.
Yeah, bugging.
Fresh out the womb, you going to put dirty money on them.
Make it rain.
So I guess this kind of piggyback into one of my other topics I have, and this is going into the money thing. Yo, let's just talk about the difference. Like it's two different things: providing for a kid and actually raising a kid, and like what that really look like
Right.
as fathers.
Well, of course, providing is like food, shelter, clothing. It's just making sure you have the means and the basic, necessities to be out here to live. Raising the kids is, the things you instill in the kids, what you teach them, what you tell them is important, the values. That's raising your kids, teaching them how to do the right thing, right and wrong, and all of that. That's different. Providing is a lot more financial based than actually raising a kid to do the right thing and teaching them how to survive and all of that is different. It's a big difference, and that's where I think the ball gets dropped a lot. Like you see, like especially like nowadays, like these parents, they buy these kids all this designer stuff and Gucci this, Louis that, Fendi this, and kids don't be knowing nothing, bro. Be dumb, dumb as a
Mm.
doorknob, but look fly. Like it be stuff like that you don't like. Kids don't be having like a solid um, base of foundation. Like it's really crazy. It's bad because like you could tell like the kids ain't being raised like because they be like lost. Like I had a I don't even. I mean, I don't know the kid, so it ain't, and I don't even really got to get into specifics. But it was a kid on my bus the other day. He had a gun in his pocket. He ain't had no money though. For one, he got on the bus. He had no money, uh, which is cool, 'cause he's young, whatever. So, like, yeah, can I get a ride, whatever, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. He, him and his friend, so they walk past, and they go sit down. But like as he walked past me, like I see the gun, like in his pocket. So like they get off. They go. I don't go that far. They get off, and he walk past like back towards the front. They get off at the back, but they walk past the front. So I had the door open. So I'm like, yo, young boy, come here. So the one young boy was like me. I'm like, no, not you. Him, other one. Pointing at the other one. So he come over. So I'm like, yo, tuck that. Like, cause it's for one, it's too big for your pocket. Jeans too tight, bro. It's too big. It's hanging out his pocket. So I'm like, yo, tuck that. Like, put up on your shirt. Do something. He like, oh man, they could call the cops if they want to. I'm like, you don't even need the static though. Like, you don't need the heat.
Mm.
Like, you don't need it. Like, you're inviting something you don't really need. And like, man, no, I'm cool, whatever, whatever. And he just bop. He keep it in his pocket, whatever. So I go about my day. But it's just little stuff like that that's just like who raised y'all? Like who raised you to think that? Like I'm not even saying like, for one, I know you ain't licensed, you ain't old enough. But for two, like you don't. It's a lot of stuff going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Like out here, like kids is dying, kids getting shot. Y'all, they might be in beef with somebody. I don't know. So I can't tell you like, yo, you can't have that. Or, yo, you shouldn't have that. Cause I don't gotta live what you living. Like I ain't in beef with nobody. But it's protocol. It's ways to do things, and that's where it comes in. Like, yo, who raised you? Cause somebody around you would have said, young boy, like, put that up. Not that you shouldn't have it, cause you might lose your life without it. But put it up. It don't need to be on display. You're not old enough to have it.
In your public transportation and
Right,
public,
you outside. Anybody like if I seen it, somebody else seen it.
right? No, man, it make me think of so many things. Like when you say like the things you instill in your kids, and like you got to think about it. Everybody don't live with their kids, right? Some people are in co-parenting situation, and we talk about more than a dad being like we go above and beyond. So if you're not going above and beyond, then you're doing minimum things. Like they had somewhere to sleep, somewhere to eat. They had something to eat. They have clothes on their back. That's minimalistic parenting.
Right.
The baby didn't die on my watch. You know what I mean? Like we're talking about minimum things, but I like to always highlight the pops that's going above and beyond. Like, oh, people out here saying that's mom stuff, that's dad stuff. Like I can't even tell what stuff it is. I just know that he's doing it. You know what I
Right.
mean? So providing is like, I don't know if I should, like, I don't like to talk, I don't like to bring the dads down, but I like to call a spade a spade. We should always strive to be doing more than just providing as parents,
Absolutely.
as dads, So I know dads that just get their kids on the weekends, or they got some type of custody situation. They only get them a few times. And the best they can do is when they have their kids to just spend a bunch of money.
Right.
You know what I mean? And versus like, y'all go with him to baseball every day. I help him work on his swing. I taught him discipline and not to get frustrated when he not having immediate success, and things that are like go a long way with a kid
Right.
from you just being there. Because I know we all can't be with the kids' moms for whatever reason, but you got to find some way to always be more than just a paycheck to a kid.
Fact.
And I would encourage men to never settle on just being the paycheck.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So like, cause you the relationship, the father son, the teacher student, the coach player,
Right.
you never really get them other relationships that we are always afforded as dads. You know what I mean? My dad like my best friend. My dad this, my dad my mentor. I look up to my dad. I watch my dad do this. These are the things that you hear how people who have dads talk about dads.
Right, absolutely.
So if you're only a paycheck or you only, unfortunately, I can't speak for everybody's actual situation, but you should definitely strive to be more than just I provide. Because,
More than a dad.
yeah, more than that. So
Facts.
I want to get into this last little topic real quick.
All right.
You sent this to me the other day, and I thought this was interesting. This actually happened in Philly.
Yeah.
Speaking about kids being out of control, I was on No Gun Zone the other day, and I seen mobs of kids running and jumping on
Cars.
random cars.
Yeah, they was wilding, bro.
If you had just ran them over and kept going, would you be in the wrong?
Probably.
Or I let them damage my property?
You're not in the wrong, but in the law's eyes, they'll probably find a way to convict you or something stupid.
But what if my life was threatened? It's not self-defense. So if I get out and I whoop a minor ass, or I'm strapped and I take a couple of them to heaven, like, because my thing is, like, you gonna open the right card? Like, all right, guys, this is what happened in Philly. These kids were like a mob of like kids, like I want to say like 20 to 25, 30 kids were running down the street, and as random cars was coming down the street, they were jumping on the cars,
Facts.
stomping on the cars, cracking windshields, cracking bumpers,
yeah.
kicking mirrors off of cars, kicking windshields in to any random car. So I was just thinking, like, what if that was my wife and the kids was in the car and they doing it to our cars?
Right.
Because now it's like, oh, babe, this just happened to me. I'm going up there with the thing.
Yeah. Listen, first of all, it's like 30 kids.
And that's somebody else's kid. And I'm a dad show, but I'm just being honest.
Right.
Because you would feel the same way if my kid was doing that to your stuff.
Yeah. Plus, you're not about to get out and fight 30 kids.
Somebody ended up doing it, though.
I did. I seen one and his friends ain't helping him. It's just like old head tree.
Old head tree. See, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm a dad, but a kid do something to my vehicle or my wife's vehicle, and I show up and I go whip a 16-year-old kid.
Right.
And I know I'm a dad show, speaking about dads being great dads, but now you're just talking about things that I naturally have
It's
to
like
do.
human, regular life stuff.
Protecting my kids against danger, protecting my wife against danger.
Yeah, but that's because these everything is so like devious with these kids now. Like, they fun is like dumb stuff. Like, they don't just do like regular fun things, like just go out and play basketball or just go to the park or do like we did regular fun stuff. Like, I'm not saying like we didn't. I'm not saying like we didn't like do mischievous things sometimes, but like they like that's like to the extreme. Like, I would never jump on nobody's car while they like. I wouldn't jump on nobody's car, period, as a kid. But jump on somebody's car like while they in it, like you asking for something to go wrong. Like, you really asking for something to go goofy. Like, and then when it go goofy, what y'all gonna do? Like, if somebody do hop out with the joint and just start shooting kids, then what? But they gonna, and like I said, like, the law is funny. Like, the law will say like, oh, well, you was inside your car, then you got out. And
the law would be the kid jumping on the car and I just keep driving, and then when I drove off with him on the top, he fell off and cracked his skull and died. Now I'm a murderer.
Yeah, that's
and
how
I fled the scene.
Right, that's how it's gonna be.
But I was scared. It was 30 people around the car. I don't know if they had the gun on.
They're
them
gonna be like, why you ain't just sit there? That's how it be acting.
You want me to be dead with the kid that fell off?
That's how the law is. Listen, the law is tricky like that.
Let's get into this last joke real quick. This was interesting. The cops. So I guess there was a mother who called the cops on her own kids, the 9 or 10-year-old. I think it was 9 or 10-year-old boy and girl. And the cops came, and then the dad arrived. But the cops had already called the crisis center to take the children away.
Right.
And the dad didn't understand, because I guess he's not with the mom, that why the kids, if she don't want the kids,
why the kids can't go with
why
him.
the kids can't come with me. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on that situation.
Yeah, that's nasty. And I know, and everybody got a job to do. But sometimes you got to put the human element back into things. So, like, if the dad pull up and she don't want the kids, you got to get the kids to the dad, bro. Like, and I know it's protocol and it's mandated reporting and this is happening and that's happening. But at the same time, like, it's still traumatic for them kids. Like, and their dad is right there. Like, and y'all could just let them go with let them go with the dad.
Right.
The dad got rights too. But that's just the thing of like I said previously, like I'm really not with like you taking my kids, especially like not in that situation. Like and I know we got to go through the legal system and fight it and all that and do all that, but why though? Why is that still a thing? If I'm here, I'm present. These are my children. She don't want them to. They could come with me. I'm
Right.
able bodied. Um, yeah, it's a sad situation, and especially like you got these people that's unfit as parents and don't want these kids and looking for a way to get rid of the kids and sending the kids off with the police and all of that and or the crisis center. Like it's people that's doing like to her like that might just be like a burden off her back. It's something I don't have to do. But if the dad is there, like let the dad get the kids. Like it's yeah, it's not cool at all.
Yeah, it broke my heart watching that man having to watch his kids go away in the cop cars, in 2 separate cars to the crisis center. It broke my heart. Not even to know the full situation, not even to know the details of what the kids were doing or the mindset of the mom. It's something too much for you. I don't mean it's too much for me. And I just wish the system was a little bit more fair and like
Right.
sympathetic, and because it's as much as it's bad dads out here, it's a lot of dads that want to do right by their kids, even if they're not with the moms and all that.
Right.
It's like if the kids are too much for you and your alternative is to call the crisis center, but the other option could have been they could have just went with dad. Why didn't they go with dad?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, all right, guys, run a little low on time. We love and appreciate all the support that y'all show us. Shout out to them chaperones. We see y'all,
Absolutely.
and I'll get with y'all next time.
Listen, until next time, y'all. We out.
Join the More Than a Dad family by following us on Instagram, subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to join our Facebook group for daily questions, motivation, dad jokes, and new dad tips. If you enjoy our podcast, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Be sure to like, comment, and share our content with other parents. Last but not least, make sure you check out our new merch. The link is in the bio of our Instagram as well as the description of this YouTube video. We are truly grateful, and thanks for supporting More Than a Dad.
More than a dot, more than a dot.